Hi, I'm Brad Weil from the Go Wild team at REMAX. So the numbers are in for February, and this is what's going on in the Guelph real estate market. We look at the number of sales this month. We had 137, so that was down just about 4% from the 143 that we had in February 2018. Looking at the number of active listings, we're slightly up about 5% with 307 active listings. And then if we look at our number of new listings that hit the market, there were 202. So we did have about 15% less new listings hit the market in February opposed to last year. So a little bit less new people coming onto the market. And I think a lot of that had to do with a horrible weather we had this February. I think it slowed a lot of people who were planning on getting their homes on. Now looking at our average sale price, we have an average sale price of $513,000. So that's flat basically from the $511,000 that we had in February of 2017. Now if we look at each different house category though, it tells a completely different story. So detached houses, their average sale price is up about 6% from last February. Attached houses, they're up about 4% from last February. And condo style apartments, they're also up 7% from last February. So when you look at each individual housing category, we are seeing a good amount of year-over-year appreciation, which is nice. Last year, 2018, it was basically a flat year with very little growth. So it's good to start seeing the average sale prices start to inch up again. Now, for the houses that are selling right now, on average, they're selling for 99% of list price. And obviously, that percentage will fluctuate depending on what price point you're in. Looking at our months of inventory right now, we've got about 2.24 months of inventory. So we are overall in a seller's market. And of the houses right now that are selling, we're seeing about 24% of them go to multiple offers. Now the bulk of those properties that are going to multiple offers are in that $400,000 to $500,000 category. And about 90% of the houses that are selling to multiple offers are under $600,000. So you can see there's a big difference depending on what price point you're in. Actually right now, if we look at months of inventory, under $600,000, we've got 2 months of inventory, so that's a strong seller's market. Anything under 4 is considered a seller's market. And then we go between that 6 and $1 million, we've got 3 months of inventory. So the 6 to $1 million, those kind of what I would call like your executive priced homes, they're actually in a lot more active of a market this year than what we had in the fall. Then when you step up over that $1 million price point, so in February there was one sale over $1 million, so that translated to about 33 months of inventory, so definitely a buyer's market when you get into that higher price point. But in Guelph it's normal. Once you go over that $1 million, it is a slower paced market. So overall, when we look at how the market's performing this year, it's been doing pretty well. There's been a lot of doom and gloom about the market for 2019, but when we look at it, the number of sales, they were slightly down this month, they were slightly up in January, so it'll be interesting to see what March translates to. One of the positive things is though, the average sale price for all the housing categories appears to be creeping up, and when we look at the March numbers so far, only partway through the month, they're looking up as well. So that's a good thing to show that we'll start getting a bit more appreciation. I don't think we're going to see a crazy amount of appreciation this year, but we'll probably go back to what our traditional amounts were, kind of that 4 to 6% for the Guelph market. For purchasers right now, if you're buying a house in one of the lower price points, under that $500,000, it still is a very active market, especially for the detached market. And we are still seeing lots of those homes go to competition and sell over asking. Once you start buying in the higher price points, the market is a little bit more level, and you go over that $1 million, it is a buyer's market at that point. So you can see a little bit more negotiations, higher days on market. From a seller's perspective, again, same thing. If you're selling a lower priced home, you're going to use probably a different strategy than selling one of your more expensive estate homes. As far as timing goes for selling your house, we're right now in March, we're kind of in your peak time for getting your house on the market. I always recommend you list early spring opposed to waiting till May. In May, we tend to see inventory almost double, so there's a lot more competition out there and there's a lot more selection for buyers. If you have any questions about the Guelph real estate market, please comment below and I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thanks.